Litchfield Realty. Welcome back to our channel. Sitting here today with
Megan
and Caitlin.
Caitlin is also with Litchfield Realty.
Most days.
And Megan is a homeowner that is actually getting ready to sell her home. So we're kind of doing a little interview with her just to get some insight for people that are looking to sell their property.
We're first-time homeowners, so this will be our first time also selling and looking to kind of buy something else. And my husband is in the military. We've been at Fort Bragg here for now almost 2 years. It'll be 2 years this summer. And so our home buying process the first time around, it was a little bit different than it ordinarily would be, I guess. So just a little brief background. We were living in an apartment. The apartment ended up, there was a fire, and so we were kind of, so we were not necessarily forced out, but at that point we knew we were going to be here for a little while, so we decided to kind of look into home buying, and that's how we ended up in the house that we're currently in.
What's one thing you wish you would have known initially when you were trying to buy a house?
So there's a few things. One thing that I know we wish we would have known is that you can shop around for realtors. And our realtor was awesome at the time as well, but we didn't know there was a realtor kind of associated with the community. And so we didn't know that you can kind of like look around, find someone that you vibe with, or just kind of, know your options.
Just so you guys know, you do not have to use the realtor whose sign is in the front yard. A lot of people think that that is the only option because they're the sign in the front yard.
Yeah, we
but they
did not
actually,
know.
Yeah, and they actually represent the seller. So, you can call any realtor. The fee is not coming from the buyers, not in this area anyway. If it's listed in the MLS service, then usually it's the seller that is paying the fee already for you to have your own representation as, as a buyer. As a soon-to-be seller, so she's getting ready to sell her home, and of course, she's only lived in it for 2 years, which is very hard. So military turnaround times and things like that, they're here a year, 2 years, maybe 3, and then turning around and having to sell, and guess what? There's not enough equity in the home to sell. So what are your thoughts on that as far as just being in the home 2 years? And
it's a little nerve-wracking because now as a seller we're going to have to come up with
X amount.
Right, we're going to have to come up with cash to take care of whatever's not in the home already. So that's a little bit of a fear for us. We also we love our house. We don't necessarily we want to downsize because I'm currently pregnant and this will be our last child, we plan. So we're just seeing with how much, with my husband transitioning out of the military, he's getting out of the military, just with our change of lifestyle and income and all of that, that's just kind of, all those kind of fears.
Life happens.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. What are some of the things that you know already, but you are nervous about in going through the process of selling your home?
So it's hard to say because as being a first-time home seller, I really don't know a whole lot about this process.
Gotcha.
But what we're kind of nervous about, or I guess nervous, I'm not even sure what the right word would be, is that we've now lived in this home, so it's kind of like a second-time home for someone, if that makes sense. So when we came in, it was the new construction, so I guess our concerns are kind of, well, what do we have to do as the current homeowners? This home is big and beautiful, but it's not brand new now. It's been lived in. So that's something for us that we're kind of trying to figure out, okay, what do we need to, touch back up, what things are okay to leave, that kind of thing. So
awesome.
Our other concern as sellers is we are not looking to be out until October. It's currently June, so we're not looking to be out until October. So our concern is, well, when is the best time to market ourselves then? Is it to start sooner? Is it to wait until, August or so? So that's kind of another fear of ours, is that we're not looking to get out ASAP. So that's one of our other concerns.
For everyone that's watching, how I address questions like that are just kind of asking you. So if you need to be out by a certain time, but it's only June, we'll just say, if we were to put it on the market tomorrow and we got a contract next week, would you have a place to stay?
Right.
Because that's my first question, because it's always better to get it sold off your plate so that you can move on without
Absolutely.
having that on your shoulders in case it does not sell.
Yeah.
Timing is important. Are we in the middle of a hot market, or is it, in the middle of winter and it's slower, things like that. And then how long, what is your subdivision doing
Right.
as far as pricing, and then how long is it staying on the market, so that we can kind of give you an average of course we can't play God, we never know when the house is gonna sell.
Of course.
But we can give you an average time frame of what it's taking to sell the homes in the area. And I think we put those all together,
Right.
and we work together and we come up with a plan that's best for you. So everyone is gonna be different and everyone's gonna have different answers.
Right.
But I feel like that's, one of the things that, we need to sit down and discuss so that you feel comfortable and confident in the process for you. So any other advice that you might have for people that are looking to turn around and sell after only being in a home for such a short time here in the Fort Bragg area?
I can say for at least new construction, if you were in a new construction home, would be for at least for our builders, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, you have like warranties for different things that the builders are responsible for. Keep up with those if you find that things are kind of happening around your house as time goes on. Thankfully, my husband and I have done that for the most part, so things that could have been bigger expenses, I guess, are things that we won't have to worry about. Because if we had just been like, well, it's our house, it's fine, like we'll deal with that.
Yeah.
We decided to keep up with those warranties, and so that was really helpful. I would say to not make major changes that are, I don't know if I'm saying this the right way, that would be specific just to your family. So like when we kept in regards to like landscaping and things like that, we tried to keep it as like
Neutral.
as
Yeah.
neutral as sort of thing for as possible. Exactly. And the last thing would be, we were mindful of not hanging a lot of things on our walls. And I don't know if that's like,
Yep.
I don't know, weird of us, but we just figured when the time comes, there won't be so many holes and things like that.
It's more
Absolutely.
appealing to whoever's coming.
Right,
Yes.
exactly. So we kind of tried to keep it, knowing that we wouldn't necessarily be in that home forever. Tried to keep it so that when it was time for us to leave, there wasn't so much we had to do as a seller, and that the new people coming in would have to do.
Absolutely. And I mean, I cannot encourage everyone enough, keep your paperwork from
Okay, yeah.
not just your warranty paperwork, but also all of the paperwork from closing, your appraisals, your inspections, anything you have, keep that in a nice little binder where you can actually find it, because it's going to be beneficial when you turn around and sell. You have the square footage, because we all know the tax records are not correct majority of the time on square footage. So having that appraisal allows the next agent to be able to say, okay, this is your actual square footage, although we are responsible for measuring. It gives us a foundation to actually do the market analysis for you.
Okay.
Home inspections help. Any paperwork that you have is
great.
just super helpful for the next person.
Well, thank you, Megan, for coming and taking the time out of your day. I know you're enjoying your summertime, and this is your free breakaway moment.
Thank
So,
you.
I know we appreciate it, and we
Absolutely.
just want to help other spouses know that, hey, everybody has been the first at something before, like a first-time home buyer or seller. So,
Absolutely.
Ask
Thank
all
you
the
so much
questions.
for all of your tips and all of your
questions?
questions. It's helpful for someone out there that has purchased a home or is looking to turn around and sell a home.
I hope what I had to say was helpful.
I'm sure it will help somebody out there. Right? Bye.